Hi everybody, my name is Mr. Francy and welcome back to Mr. Francy Reads. Okay, at the time of filming, we're about a week or so away from being done with June, but as the date of this video is now that you're watching it, we are incredibly close to finishing June. And because of that, we're incredibly close to being halfway through the year. Can you believe it? Well, there's always good with bad. While we may not necessarily want to believe that we are halfway through the year or just about there, the good news is that next month I am going to be taking that entire month to go through all of the favorites and non-favorites for the first half of this year, like favorite standalones, favorite series, favorite authors, best books for the first half of the year, worst books for the first half of the year, so on and so forth. It's always a whole lot of fun. So, what I'm going to do today, though, is I'm going to be fitting in a video that didn't fit into next month. I have such a full schedule that I need to start early. This is a video that I do once a year, around this time, around that halfway mark, called Goals, Stay or Go. I love this video so much because at the end of the year, each year, I create a set of goals for myself that I wish to achieve. And then at the halfway mark, I allow myself one video, just one, this one right here, where I get the opportunity to veto some goals or even to change some goals for the second half of the year. So here we are. I am, yes, going to use my power of veto, and I'm going to use it on myself with my goals and see how we go. Grab yourself a drink or something to eat and let's sit back, relax, and see what I do with the goals I created earlier on this year. Welcome or welcome back to Mr. Francy Reads! Yes, hello and welcome or welcome back to Mr. Francy Reads. I'm so honoured that you have decided to join me today as we get into these vetoing goals. So let us jump right in. So I'm going to go through what each goal is with you. I have 19 goals, with my 20th goal being my entire SAS list. And I'm not going to talk about the SAS list today, although one of my goals has to do with my SAS list. I will discuss that. But the actual SAS list, I have a video that I'm doing in July that is just dedicated to the SAS list itself. So I'm not going to go through what my SAS list is in this one. I'll go through that in that one. All right, so I'm going to read out each goal to you, and then I'm going to tell you how I think I'm faring with it, if it will stay, if it will go, and if I end up deciding to veto the goal, then you will learn right here, right now, that that goal is no longer a goal for me. If I'm going to change it, I might tell you what I'll change it to or not, we'll see. And then I'm going to do another video, because I always do too, which is what my goals are now, moving forward. So in this one, you get to see me make those live decisions, because I have not made any decisions at all. I'm going through them with you. And then in another subsequent video, then I will talk about what the goals are for the second half of the year. So once I've made those changes. You know what I mean. All right, let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so goal number 1 for 2022 for me was to place no more than 6 books onto my TBR. That is an absolute fail. I failed at that, and I was well aware that I failed at that. I think even a quarter of the way through this year. I did that for January, and then February on, it just did not happen. The reason for this is because it's tough for me to limit my TBR. If I limit it to 6 books and then I get through those 6 books, I kind of start flailing around going, oh my gosh, what do I read now? So I much prefer to have a bigger TBR for myself, that if I don't get through all of that TBR, I can just push it over to the next month. But then there's always something that I can read that I've already predetermined. So that one's failed. And so we are going to clap, veto that goal. All right, goal number 2 was to set up a reading challenge for 1 month. I have succeeded at this. I actually set up 2 reading challenges. So over the course of 2 separate months. The first was my Cozy It Up with Mr. Francy readathon, which I did in... was it February? I don't know if it was January or February, but it was very early on in the year. I think it was February. And we had a whole lot of fun with that one. And then recently I did my Mix It Up May readathon that was done in May to celebrate my birthday, where we were mixing up genres and page counts and all stuff like that, and that was a whole lot of fun as well. I am thinking of doing another one at some point not too far away, so we'll see how that goes, but I love doing reading challenges, so if you all want to see more, let me know in the comments below. But this goal has already been achieved, so there's no point in vetoing it. Goal number 3 was to read 25 cozies in 2022. I think I've completed this. Okay, update time. I'm currently reading my 24th cozy mystery, which is An Eggnog to Die For by Amy Pershing. My 25th cozy, which is the goal, will be the next one I read, which is Paint the Town Dead by Nancy Haddock. Of all the books that were going to help me to complete that goal, seriously. But yeah, this goal, when I originally created it, was to read at least 25 cozy mysteries. So yeah, I will definitely have that achieved, and hope that it's a heck of a lot more. Alright, goal number 4 was to read 6 LGBTIQ plus books in 2022. I have read 3 so far, and that is How to Vex a Vampire by Alice Winters, which is a male romance, adult male romance, as well as Murder at Pirates Cove and its sequel, Secret at Skull House. And this month I'm also reading the 3rd book in that series, Mystery at the Masquerade. So that will be my 4th LGBTIQ plus book for the year. I have a goal to do 6. This is easily going to be achievable, so it will stay. Goal number 5 is, yeah, here we go, to read 12 Brando Sando books in 2022. I can tell you right now that unless a complete overhaul occurs, and the remainder of my TBR for the second half of the year TBR, my second half of the year TBR, you know what I'm saying, unless that completely changes, this goal is definitely not going to be achieved. I set this goal for myself after reading the final Brandon Sanderson book that I read in 2021, which was Alcatraz versus the Evil Librarians. Book number 1 in Brandon Sanderson's only middle grade series, and I really did not like that book. And then this month I read Cytonic, which was my first, I believe, my first Brandon Sanderson book that I've read so far this year, and that took 5.5 months to get to, so that says a lot, and I didn't love it. So this goal, to read 12 Brando Sando books by the end of 2022, is going to be, let's clap, vetoed. Alright, next up, we have goal number 6, to create a SAS list and read 12 of those books. This is a very interesting goal, and I am stuck on the wording. I'll have to go back and watch when I originally did that video, but somehow this goal for me became complete your SAS list. I don't know how that happened, but as far as having that goal to read 12 books on my SAS list, I already completed that in the first quarter of the year, so I've already succeeded in that. So I'm going to hang on to this goal. I may change the wording, so I might change it to complete half of the series that you have on your SAS list by the end of the year or something like that. So I'm going to hang on to this goal, but I might change the wording of the goal to incorporate a goal of a certain amount of series that I want to complete on the SAS list. Alright, goal number 7 was to read 3 dystopians by the end of 2022. I've already done that. I read the Legend series, book 1, book 2, and book 3 have already been read. So, yeah, I have completed that goal. I will hang on to it, though. Because, yeah, last year I only read 1, so I'll hang on to it and it'll be a nice thing to look back at in December. Goal number 8 was to bring back my Celebrating Booktubers series. Yeah, full on succeeded with that. Yeah, that was fantastic. I feel that it's coming to a close, but you never know. We'll see. But yeah, it was a great success. I have recorded 6 Celebrating Booktuber videos. So yeah, pretty awesome. So that is a complete. Yep, we did that. So I probably will veto that goal. Yeah, why not? We haven't vetoed a lot, so here we go. Clap. Veto. We're vetoing that goal. It's done. Okay, next. Where is the next one? Goal number 9 was to do 12 TBRs and 12 monthly wraps, because I believe, for me personally, that TBRs and monthly wraps are the cornerstone of BookTube. I have so far done 6 TBRs and 5 monthly wraps, because we're still in June, so haven't done the wrap yet, but I don't see myself failing at this because I'm very dedicated to doing TBRs and monthly wraps. So yeah, so far, very much on track. Goal number 10 was to read 80 books in 2022. I don't know how many I've read. I'm going to check. Hang on. Okay, according to Goodreads, I have read 59 books. I'm currently reading my 60th one, which is An Eggnog to Die For by Amy Pershing. That is my 60th book. So well on track to read 80 books this year, but that goal will stay. Goal number 11 was to buddy read at least 1 book per month in 2022. I succeeded in this. I buddy read every month at least 1 book. So I succeeded in that, and I will keep that. Goal number 12 was to do 1 live video per season. Future Mr. Francy just popping in here to add a note about this one. So at the time of filming, I was making a point that I was going to be able to keep this goal because I have a BookTube sprint coming up that coming Wednesday. It is now Thursday, and that sprint never ended up going ahead because I'm not feeling well at the moment. So I want to take the pressure off myself when it comes to doing lives on my channel. It just comes with a whole lot of anxiety for me. So the update to this is that this goal will now be clapped, vetoed. And so then I won't have any more pressure on myself to try and force myself to go live because it is a goal. So we're vetoing it. Doesn't mean I won't go live in the future. It just means for now, that goal has been vetoed to stop that pressure. Let's move on to the next goal. All right, the next one, goal number 13, was to read 6 classics in 2022. Oh my goodness, I need to work out how many I've read. Okay, and the update is that I have read 6 this year. With the 6th one I read this month was Jane Eyre. So I've now read 6 classics this year. And you know what? We're going to veto that goal because seriously, I love classics when they're done well, but honestly, I've come across some absolute duds of classics, and I don't want it to be a goal. I don't want it to be something I'm fixated on, that I have to read a certain amount of classics every year. So I'm vetoing that goal. I do want to read a heck of a lot more Agatha Christie next year. That is definitely a massive plan that I have. And I want to read some Jane Austen at some point as well. But yeah, at the moment, we're going to veto that goal. All right, even though I've succeeded already. So we've succeeded, and now we're vetoing the success that we've had, but that's okay. Goal number 14, no purchasing of books that are not 5-star reads. That is vetoed. Okay. So I came up with that in order to try and save money, and it just didn't work for me. I like having the physical, tangible book on me. So it just didn't work not having them and waiting until I got a 5-star read. So that goal is vetoed. Then goal number 15 is unhaul books from 2021 and 2022. Books that are 2 stars or less have to go. Unless I feel upon reread, I'd rate them higher. Yeah, so I haven't done this yet, but every time I see the goal, it makes me happy because I know that the day I do it, I'm going to be very happy to do so. I have done many hauls and unhauls, whether I've filmed them all or not, and I haven't, but filmed every one of them because I've had other content I wanted to do instead and favoured that instead. But I have filled up my bookshelves and then done unhauls and then refilled and then refilled and then refilled. And it's funny to think that when I got this bad boy behind me, this was the first shelf I started off with. If you go back to the first year, so in 2020, but say get halfway through the year, say about May or so in 2020, you'll see this bad boy, and that's it. This is all that I had. And since then, I've not only filled up this shelf, but I got this white shelf, filled that up, and then I got that black shelf at the end of last year and filled that up. So yeah, I'm always happy to do an unhaul of books that I don't think I'm going to read anymore, because I know that I'm just going to refill the bookshelves anyway with new books. So I haven't done this goal yet, but I have the entire year to do it. So I'm good with that. That one will stay. Goal number 16, no longer provide a specific upload schedule. I mean, we are vetoing that. I put it out there because of the stress to stick to an uploading schedule, but honestly, at the end of the day, it's just part of my intro. My outro. It's just part of the outros in my video that I always say I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday alongside everything else that I'm saying. And I don't know, it's just falls out of my mouth without me being conscious of it. All of that stuff you always hear at the end of a video. I'm going to quickly tell you this. If you're still watching, you get this little bonus tip. Bonus little behind the scenes thing. Everything that I say from the time I say, but in the meantime, that is where I am going to leave it, all just falls out of my mouth because I've said it that many times. So it just stands to reason that I'm automatically, without even thinking, going, I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'll see you again soon. You know? And the greatest thing about this is, and why I can definitely veto this as a goal, is because I still say it. I don't always publish every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I do still have the goal to publish 3 videos a week, but they're not always published every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, there's forgiveness from y'all, which I appreciate, because everyone is in different areas all around the world. So for me, it might be Monday, but for you, it might be Sunday, or it might even be Tuesday, or who knows what. So yeah, I'm vetoing that goal. We're all good. I know you're good. I'm good. We good. We good. Veto. Okay. Goal number 17 was to go back to doing weekly vlogs. Yes, I am doing that. They're more weekly wraps than the traditional weekly reading vlogs where you have little clips every day. But I like that. It works for me, and it seems to work for you all as well. It allows me to take more time to discuss the books that I'm currently reading and to go more in depth in them than I would be able to in a monthly wrap. And also because I've literally just read them that week, they're a lot more fresh in my mind. So yeah, I love the format that I do with my weekly reading vlogs, and you all seem to love it too, which is great. And I have kept up with them. The only time that I don't do a weekly reading vlog is if I feel it's too close to the monthly wrap, so I leave it. But lately, I'm still doing week 4's reading vlogs anyway, because I want to have more time to talk about the last books that I read in the month. So yeah, definitely keeping up with that one, and that goal will stay. Then we have goal number 18, which is to replace my seasonal DNF videos with favourites and non-favourites of the season. I just got this in. I did autumn, and fall, as you call it in the States. I did that, and I'm happy about that. I did summer, I did autumn, / fall, and winter has just started, basically. So far I'm on track with that. Hopefully I won't forget it, because I nearly did forget to do the fall one. But anyway, we will keep that goal. And the 19th goal was a personal books recommendations, 1 per season. Oh my goodness, I remember that. Because I have the on this sheet of paper, I have the goals written out in bold, and then I have little comments that are unbolded next to it. And what it says, the first 3 words after goal number 19, personal books recommendations, 1 per season, is, this was a flop. Sorry, 4 words. This was a flop. Yeah, I remember what it was now. This was me wanting to do book recommendations for you all once a season, where y'all would ask me for a recommendation for a certain type of book that you'd like, and I would recommend it to you in a video, and it just didn't work out. And I'm honestly fine with that, because I have so many videos that I do anyway, and if anything, I feel like that was replaced by the Cozy Author pen name series, which you all love anyway, so I'm good with that. Let's clap. Veto. That one's gone. Okay, and that's it. And then goal number 20 was my SAS list, which I said I'll talk to you guys about next month when I talk about my SAS list. So there you go. Those are the goals that will stay and the goals that will go. And I'm going to do another video very soon where I talk about the updated goals. So where things stand now, and with those goals that have been vetoed, the goals that I'm going to, change and modify a little bit and all that sort of stuff. So I hope you look forward to it. This was a rather rambly video, so I hope that was okay with you. It's just a whole lot of fun. I love having this type of video in the vault where I come back 6 months later and look at the goals that I set up for myself in late December, early January, and see how I'm going and what I want to get rid of. And I just love having that power, even though these goals are my own goals and no one's really holding me accountable for them except for myself. I love that I get to have this one day in the year where I say, you know what, nuts to that, we're cancelling that goal, that goal, that goal, that goal. We're going to change that goal. So I hope you enjoyed it. But in the meantime, let's do the outro. But in the meantime, that is where I am going to leave it. I'm so conscious of it now after what I just said earlier. Let's breathe. And let's say the outro. But in the meantime, that is where I am going to leave it, letting you all go with peace, blessings, and so much love. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'll see you again soon. Mwah. Thank you so much for watching. Please do be kind and love one another, and spread your sparkling energy all throughout the world. And until next time, say it with me. Happy reading!